So this is our turmeric, and it's maybe 4 or 5 years old. Can't exactly remember, but so it's time to harvest. You don't want it to freeze. Now we've had a little frost. I think we've had a couple of frosts, maybe 2 or 3. So, but that's okay as long as the ground doesn't freeze down below it. But this was a little plant that we got at Trade Day in Collinsville. So we took this out the first year and had it in the house and let it be dehydrated and put it back in the ground, and I didn't even expect it to grow, and it did. So every year since then we have just cut it off at the ground. So we're going to cut this off today, and then we're going to harvest some. This is the first time I've tried to harvest it. So I looked it up to see how to harvest it, and all we do is pull some dirt back and get some of the bigger, more mature roots and leave some of the younger roots, but we're going to do it around the edge and leave all the rest for next year. We're going to do some harvesting today. So I've never harvested it, I just keep letting it grow. So we cut it off normally, and then we mulch it really thick, like, you know, several inches thick, 3 to 6 to 8 inches thick, so that when it gets really cold in the winter time, it doesn't freeze the roots. Normally this is all green, but as you see, it's starting to wilt and get yellow. And this is more of a tropical plant, or semi-tropical. I think it's not, and we're kind of on the edge of semi-tropical. We're a little bit north of semi-tropical. It gets really cold here in the winter. You can actually grow turmeric here in North Alabama. So I'm in the hills, which is pretty good because it's colder here than anywhere in the state. So we got down to 6 degrees the last couple of winters, and at Christmas, and it lived. It made it. The turmeric made it. So I was real pleased with that. So we still have all this turmeric, and I'm going to try to share it with people this year. So that's why I want to harvest some of it. You have to let it, it's sort of like sweet potatoes. You have to let it cure for, I think, a couple of weeks. I don't know. We're going to let it cure on the outside, and then at some point you can literally either dehydrate it, or I'm not sure the process. I got to look it up, to make it into a powder. So like a turmeric powder. So, and then we're going to try to show people how to use it, where to use it, how to cook with it, you know, a few things like that. So if you want to get down closer, so you can kind of see what it looks like down here. So I can just cut all these off. They're coming right. All this, I can just take this and cut it at the ground. So we cut it at ground level. So I'll go through here and cut all that. Yeah, so because we want to protect it, I have to cut it all down so we can mulch it. I'm not just going to cut some. So, but anyway, it's supposed to be really good, anti-inflammatory, and lots of cultures have used turmeric with their cuisines, different cuisines. And so if you can incorporate it in your food on a regular basis, it's a whole lot. I always try to teach people how to incorporate things. You can drink, I think there's probably a turmeric tea, and we talked about a couple of months ago in one of our classes about the golden milk, and it's got turmeric in it. So you can put it in and drink it. It's in some almond milk, you know, coconut milk, some of those things. That's another way to incorporate it into your diet. So now we can see down here at the bottom how far all this goes. So here's some here. There's some growing there, all the way, he did say, all the way to the edge of our bed. It's right here. We planted it, this is the middle where we planted it, and it's coming this way, probably as it moves towards the sun, the afternoon sun, it's coming. But you see, there's some there. So I want to be careful not to hurt it. I want to be able to harvest it. So they said to dig in the dirt kind of around it. Let me go over here and get this. That's a weed. And see that, because I don't want it to grow down into the edge here, so this might be the better one to try to harvest. So the dirt looks pretty good. That's just weeds. What I may do is get this whole clump right here. There's more. I mean, there's tons here. I'm not sure how much it makes, you know, so let's kind of, like I said, I've never done this, so I have to see what it looks like. And there, it looks like there's some bulbs. There's a young one. I was thinking about trying to dig this part out. I have to dig around. So here's a root up under here. Let's see what we got. It's like a big root. That looks like some of the, I don't know if I should dig. So there's little roots coming off of it. And see, there's, oh, it goes way down there. Wow. Look. See, have never done this. I've never harvested it. I don't even know how deep it goes. So this is learning. And here's all these roots. What is that? Oh, that's just wood. Okay, there's a piece of wood. We trying to do a little bit what we call hugu culture, which is put woods down in the bottoms of our beds. Pieces of log, because it holds the water in better. So my hands aren't so great because of the rheumatoid arthritis, so I don't have huge amounts of strength. So that's why I try to use tools. I can't make a fist around this and hit it real hard. So that's why I try to find tools to use that help me do the job. Still not loose. So it may be really attached to the mama plant over there. So I think I'm gonna have to break it off. So that was the other thing. I wasn't sure if I would hurt anything if I broke it from the other part of the plant. And there's a big gaping, you know, sore. And does it hurt it? Does it kill that part of it? I don't know. So when you take this dirt away, it looks like there's a bunch of turmeric right here in this. It looks like a little island, but it isn't an island. It's a big peninsula of plant. See right here? All that is turmeric root. Up there, see all that?
It's attaching to the big part. Okay.
So, see how much we're going to actually break off. Oh, it's mostly, oh, look at there.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh, look at that. How cool. So, it doesn't look like, oh, there's a piece.
Oh, that does look like ginger.
See? Yeah. See, that's what it
that's
looks
so
like.
cool.
Can you see in that hole?
Mm-hmm.
So where I broke it off, there's,
Kind of like
you can see it down there. Yeah, there's the root. There's some more root, but that's all that. So
you have to go this way.
Yeah, so I think I can put the dirt back in and take this and harvest it. Now, if I wanted to give some to people, I think, I'm not sure, but I think you can cure this and then they can grow it possibly from these. I don't know. So there's our big chunk of turmeric that I'm only going to do that much, and I'm going to put all this dirt back in here so I don't hurt, which I've got plenty there. At least I know how it works now. So I guess I need to take this and split it and wash it and get some of this dirt and roots off of it. So this is why we want to do recipes or we want to teach people how to do it, what to do. So anyway, so that's why we're doing this video. So how cool is that? And so I'm giving this sucker a haircut. I'm just chopping it off close to the ground. If these parts freeze, these parts, the top parts of the turmeric freeze, it can take the damage down into the root. And he said, make sure I cut it flush with the ground, and then, which is what I'm doing. I don't know if we have to, but that's what we're doing. And then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna cover it with the mulch really thick so nothing freezes. We don't want any parts of this to freeze. And the closer we have it to the ground, and then mulch it really thick, the less likely it'll be. I'm going to push some of that aside just so it doesn't. So I'm going to get it really close. and not let it stick up.
Yeah.
So it's enough for me to share with everybody some of it to see what it looks like. And I wanted somebody asked me if they could have some to grow in their own garden. So I don't know. I think they could probably take that and grow it, because what we did the first year was we put it in the ground, then we pulled it back out, and we left those bulbs to dry through the winter and put them back in the ground, and it grew. So I think we can give people some of that and they can grow it next year.